What if I told you about a secret plan so ambitious, so controversial, that it has reshaped the global economy? A plan whose name strikes fear and resentment in capitals worldwide. They call it Made in China 2025. A policy so bold it's become the Voldemort of economic strategies, the initiative that must not be named. It all began with a mysterious green book, a master blueprint crafted by China's top engineers. Buried within its pages were targets to make China unstoppable. The goal? To dominate electric vehicles, solar panels, aerospace, and semiconductors, transforming China into a self-reliant manufacturing giant, billions funneled into subsidies, cheap credit, and research. The results? Staggering and dramatic both at home and abroad. What's inside this green book? How has Made in China 2025 shaped our world? Stay with us to uncover this story of ambition and innovation. What came next was nothing short of a revolution. With the Green Book as their guide, China targeted 10 key sectors, from aerospace to information technology. Within these sectors, hundreds of industries were chosen for unprecedented government support, direct subsidies, cheap loans, and access to land at bargain prices. It was a blueprint for dominance, and dominate they did. Take electric vehicles, for example. The goal was to sell 3 million EVs by 2025. Chinese companies crushed that target, selling over 10 million EVs in 2024 alone, 2/3 of global sales. BYD, China's biggest EV maker, even overtook Tesla in global sales of battery-only cars. And drones? China's DJI now owns 90% of the global consumer drone market. It wasn't just about volume, it was about innovation. The plan called for Chinese firms to pour resources into R&D. By 2023, manufacturers funneled over 1.68% of revenues into R&D, surpassing their target years ahead of schedule. Solar panels, batteries, and clean energy tech weren't just made in China, they were dominated by China. Today, 90% of the world's solar panels and 70% of its batteries are from Chinese factories. However, this rapid rise didn't come without a cost. Critics point to the staggering $3 trillion spent on subsidies and support, money that could have been invested in healthcare or education. And while productivity per worker grew, it came at the expense of massive capital investment, leaving the economy lagging in a crucial metric, total factor productivity, or TFP. It's a measure of growth driven by innovation rather than just raw resources, and China fell short. Then there's the global backlash. With Chinese factories producing far more than domestic demand could absorb, exports surged, flooding markets with cheap goods. This ignited nearly 200 anti-dumping cases in 2024 alone. India, running its own Make in India initiative, filed more complaints than any other nation. Trade tensions escalated, especially with the United States, where new restrictions on semiconductors and chip-making equipment hit hard. China's semiconductor industry remains a weak link, relying on foreign technology for its most advanced chips. For Xi Jinping, these challenges are part of a larger mission: self-reliance. He talks about taking the economy into our own hands, and the strategy has worked. Despite setbacks in semiconductors and aviation, China's industrial ambitions have delivered results few predicted, and yet, the question remains, at what cost? While China has become a manufacturing titan, critics argue it has neglected other parts of its economy. Household spending is low, and service industries, which employ the majority, haven't flourished as they could have. The focus on manufacturing muscle has skewed the economy, leaving millions of university graduates without suitable jobs. The biggest challenge lies in the global response. As countries push back with tariffs and trade restrictions, China faces resistance that could test its economic strategy. So what's the verdict on Made in China 2025? It's a story of staggering success, but also unintended consequences. Like Voldemort's influence twisting those around him, this policy reshaped not just China, but the global economy. The real question isn't just whether the plan worked, it's whether the world can handle the fallout. The Made in China 2025. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe the channel for more deep dives into the strategies shaping our world. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.